check. Week 2 is in the books. And as Mike pulls ahead to an early lead, Aaron and Brandon are floundering in mediocrity. But the big story of the week, AI has been shut out 0-2 this week, and he is now 500 at 10-10. Aaron's on his heels. Brandon, not so much.
I'm just
We'll
trying to
see.
get the high picks, man.
So,
It's the best way to
yeah,
build
it was a good
franchise.
week. It was a really good week, actually, of football.
We'll dive into more details of the week on our podcast this
Yep.
week. You can catch that on the same channel.
Oh, shit, I didn't get a water. I'll get that after this.
Yeah. So, Brandon, you're, again, for the second week in a row, you find yourself on the clock.
I'm the Cleveland Browns, I guess, of this.
Again, same thing. Every team's playing this week, so the AI is going to end up with 2 teams at the back end of the draft here.
Yeah, IE, as I like to call him.
IE.
He's very dangerous.
Like
And-
acai berry.
IE. He's very dangerous. He almost made the Chiefs lose this week.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah.
was close. So, just to let you know, if your
Even
team
though
doesn't...
The
if your-
Lions were up in the first half, too.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
your team doesn't get picked, like, we're helping you out.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a curse. Or like, sorry, not a curse. It's like a curse to get picked at this point.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we're going to start off week 3. This is the battle draft. For anybody that hasn't seen it before, we do a regular draft to pick for our NFL picks for week 3. Yeah, without further ado, Brandon, you want to start us off and go.
All right.
Just to be clear, the reason why you get the first pick is because you're the worst.
Yeah,
Well,
you're in last place.
I prefer rebuilding.
Okay.
I'm rebuilding.
Smart.
I think the best strategy is to pick first when you don't know very much about the games. When you don't see how you
Wow.
get the ones you're more sure of, you get to pick first.
So you've been tanking these
Yes.
first couple weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
That's true.
It shows in your picks.
You were waiting for week
So-
3 because you knew you could come ahead in week 3.
Without any further ado, I'm gonna take the Indianapolis Colts with my first overall pick. They're playing the Jets. The Jets suck. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all you need to know.
Yep. So moving things over to Aaron now for the second pick.
Second pick, I will be taking Kyler Murray and the Arizona
Oh.
Cardinals. Mike is up. Who do you want to pick, Mike?
So those are 2 pretty good picks, and 2 teams that I was looking at. I've got another one that I don't think is as clear cut, but we were just talking about this. This team, they haven't looked that good, but they don't lose close games. And this other team, I just can't picture the Texans beating the Steelers.
This is a little bit off the board, I think, considering what's
I
still
just
out there.
I can't imagine Bill O'Brien and the Houston Texans beating Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers.
Yeah, well, I think I got a bit of a gift here, just considering. I'm just gonna go against the whole city of New York. I guess the state of New Jersey, as the Bills fan would like me to say.
There's
So
only
I'm gonna
one
take.
New York team.
So I took the Colts who are playing the Jets. Now I'm gonna take the Giants. Or sorry, I'm gonna take the Niners who are playing the Giants.
I just got scared by the injuries.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's
but-
not like they're sure they're gonna win.
I mean, the Giants have had big injuries too. If you're gonna go by that,
Yeah.
Like Saquon's out. Obviously, they haven't had the same amount of injuries, but I just apparently Garoppolo might actually play this week too. Like,
Yeah.
he's leaning towards playing, so that'll definitely help. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Niners over the Giants. Aaron, you're up.
Okay, D's pick. I'm gonna go with. Let's see. This week I actually prepared a little bit more. I made a 1 through 32 rankings
got
on
notes.
what I want.
Kinda
Yeah, I got a
bullshit.
draft board going. So
That's what I've been doing every week.
do I
That's why
follow?
I'm up.
Do I follow the board or do I go with a heart pick? That's really the question.
Is he
here.
gonna go right for the Buffalo Bills?
No. I can't do that. Could I? Could I do that?
I'm
can
gonna
do
take the
it.
Bills in my next pick if you don't.
I
so.
probably could do it. But what I'm probably going to do.
I actually like it when you guys take my team because then I'm like, oh, they think they're good. They like them.
No, I want my team. I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks
Ooh.
in a shootout with the Cowboys, the overrated Cowboys.
I think
think-
that's a little off the board.
I'm gonna take the Bills with my next pick then, I guess.
You're real? You're for real?
He's not gonna do it.
No, he won't. It's too close. That's too close of a game. I don't
Well,
expect.
I hope you do. That's
I
a
don't
bad
expect
pick.
people to touch
It's a
that
bad
early.
pick.
Yeah.
It's a bad shot.
Okay, playoff P.
Pandemic P.
I'm gonna run for 1 second.
You're up, Mike.
You're going for a run.
Mike's on the board.
No Drew Lock, no Cortland Sutton, no Von Miller. Tom Brady looked a lot more comfortable in week 2. I'm going to take the Bucs over the Broncos.
So, no Christian McCaffrey. Kind of going by that same.
Yeah. A lot of injuries
Yeah, a lot.
in
Well,
the NFL right now.
yeah.
Significant guys.
Justin Herbert made his debut. He looked really good after Tyrod Taylor had a couple. He had an incident.
Turks Taylor.
Yeah, Turks
Sorry,
Taylor.
who did you just pick?
The Bucs.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna take the Chargers in this one just because the Panthers are banged up. I don't really believe in Teddy Bridgewater right now. I don't think, especially without that dump off option and that the explosive player that McCaffrey is. I think they're gonna struggle. So I'm gonna take the Chargers.
I might. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Titans over the Vikings.
Vikings have looked like dog
Yeah,
shit.
they've looked brutal.
They've looked horrible. And all I'm gonna say is they better start running Dalvin Cook before I lose my temper.
That's a fantasy.
Yeah,
take.
that's no, but it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is not he's not that guy. He needs a run game to fall back on, and if you don't establish the run early, it's hard to do it late.
So with my third pick, I took this team last week in the Thursday nighter. They got the best 1-2 punch at running back in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any debate there.
You're taking my Bills.
And Dwayne Haskins, I just don't trust him to win a football game. They have one weapon, Scary Terry. I'm taking the Browns over the Washington football team.
Early Browns, all right.
Early.
I'm just saying early Browns.
They're playing Washington.
I guess, but
So
Baker likes to take a sack. Loves it.
They have a good line, but Dwayne Haskins is not beating the Browns.
I got burned picking the team I'm gonna pick this week, and I also got burned picking against the team that I picked that I'm gonna pick against.
Are
here.
you taking the Saints?
I'm gonna take the New England Patriots over the Las Vegas Raiders. Cam's looked really good for the Patriots. Cam's one of my favorite players too, so that's always something fun to watch. And you can't bet against Bill Belichick, so I'm gonna take
Except for last week.
his New England Patriots. I don't know. It was,
Okay.
he was right there.
I'm going to go in the 4th round. I'm going to take my Bills. I'm going to take Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
Well, they haven't failed me yet. 2-0, baby. So, I think it's going to be tough against the Rams, though. I think that's this is the litmus test on whether we're a contender or a pretender, I think.
Yeah.
I really do.
You don't have to reveal it, but I'm just curious to know, did you try to rank your Bills on your draft board with your head and then you just went heart on the pick?
No, they were my next. They were next left.
Okay.
They were next, yeah.
You had the Bills ahead of the Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The Eagles suck.
They're playing the Bengals,
they're playing
man.
The Bengals.
Dude, the Bengals have Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
The Bengals,
Let's get real
the
here.
Bengals haven't looked good.
No.
Neither have the Eagles, though.
Yeah, but
That's why I'm that one is a
the
toss-up.
Eagles
to
have
me.
a history the last 2 years of starting shit and then rallying late in the season. The fact that they're playing the
Still
Bengals,
pretty early.
I know. I'm taking the Eagles though.
Okay. Sure. No way I would have taken the Eagles. I didn't want a part of that.
Never. You would have let them go to 8.
No, I just didn't want a part of that game. Well, I might take the Bengals later if Brandon wants me to. All right, Brandon. Who are you going?
I'm choosing between a couple teams here. I think, man, there's some tough games.
Now they're tough.
Yeah. You know what? I'm looking at the spreads right now. I'm actually going to take an underdog on the spread right now.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers over the New Orleans Saints.
Cool.
The
Yeah,
Saints
that's a
have
good pick.
The Saints have not looked good at all this year.
I think just what if you watch that game, I don't know how you can pick Drew Brees.
Yeah,
This one.
and-
if they go down, I don't think they can come back in games. You
Especially
can't throw
because
the ball down the field.
it doesn't seem like Michael Thomas is going to play again this week. So and Green Bay's secondary is good enough to handle the rest of that receiving core.
A lot of people's explanation for Michael Thomas falling into the second round, that 1 year too is
He's,
like
slow?
he's not as good as we think he is, and Drew Brees and Sean Payton's offense makes Michael Thomas what he is. I think in that Raiders game we saw that it's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
And it's Michael Thomas who makes Drew Brees, as of recently, look as he has looked.
Yeah.
I'm starting to. This is a I'm a Packers fan, so this is wishful thinking. But I'm starting to feel like maybe Matt LaFleur has just got a really good offense, and he's like, you know what? We don't need help this offseason. We're just gonna. We have the pieces we need, and we're gonna cook.
Yeah.
What a horrible way to run a team.
They look really good.
No, I know, but that's still stupid.
Well, they're drafting other positions besides receiver.
No, I know, but you drafted a quarterback, and a running back that you don't use,
like a fullback,
basically.
Yeah, well, he's playing.
AJ Dillon,
he's like their
AJ
fourth.
Dillon.
I thought you were talking about DeGuara.
No, I'm talking about AJ. You took
yeah.
AJ Dillon in the second round.
He's like drafting his offense in the 3 years for 3
Dillon's
years
like their
later.
fourth.
When they're off their rookie deals.
They're probably gonna trade Jamal Williams.
That's really smart.
You think?
Yeah.
No, they should have. That was just a stupid draft, and they are great. But I think it's more so that they didn't know what they had.
One thing
Than they did. Because them picking all those guys, it's like, oh, we need to retool for the future because we're not as good as we thought we were, and they're actually better this year. So I think it's more like they didn't evaluate what they had properly.
They went 13-3 last year. Let's pump the brakes a bit.
Their offense is looking better. Let's just say that.
Their
Let's
offense
just
looks
say
better.
that.
Their offense looks better.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they knew what they had. That's what that draft strategy says to me.
But I think
More so than
they
like
did though. We could talk about this on the podcast.
No, okay, yeah, we'll talk about this later.
One thing too with the Saints that I found kind of weird, they've never started 2-0 with Sean Payton, which is kind of crazy when you think. I'm pretty sure I heard that during the Monday Night Football game. Yeah, they've never started 2-0 with Brees and Payton.
So he threw that game to keep,
he's got
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't
that
want
makes sense now.
He hates his team getting too confident.
You're on the clock, Aaron.
That is a football guy thing to do.
Yeah.
Like a big football, like just like you guys are getting a little big in the head. I need to take you down to a peg. You know what? This is this is really hard. I'm gonna go because I don't want to touch a certain game yet, but I know which favorite I want to take in that game. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Texans over the Steelers.
Yeah, that's not.
Wow. My first overall pick.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I can do, man, is just like Brandon Cooks is going to be, he's finally kind of getting back to healthy. He's got a little bit of a rapport going with Deshaun Watson now. I think maybe they can tear that defense apart a little bit more so than they have been in the past. And I think it's hard to judge the Houston Texans right now because they played the two best teams in the league.
Oh, I agree with that.
Right? So it's like, I'm going to take a shot because there's a lot of very even games, and I could see Big Ben throwing a dud eventually.
I'm going to go with a fun team.
A fun team?
A fun quarterback.
Oh, he's taking the Bengals.
And unlike Joe Burrow's, this team is actually competitive. I'm going with Minshew Mania and the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Miami Dolphins. Even though the Dolphins didn't look that bad against.
They did, man. Their defense is
Mike
better
Gesicki
than.
may be coming out.
Dude, he's a top 5 tight end.
Yeah.
Just based off of in fairness, we didn't have Milano and we didn't have Tremaine Edmonds, who are. There are coverage linebackers.
I think Gesicki's going to be sick, though.
No, 100% he's going to be sick, but I think his stats were inflated from the fact that we were starting 2 practice squatters in the middle of the field.
But despite Mike Gesicki, I'm taking the Jags.
I'm going to go. This is another close game. I think I've bet against the Bills. This will be the second week in a row now. But I'm going to take the LA Rams over the Bills. The Rams
They look good.
They look like the team that went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. I know last year they kind of had a bit of a down year. I saw another thing. It was a PFF thing. The quarterbacks with the highest passer rating in a clean pocket. It's number 1 is Aaron Rodgers. Number 2 is Jared Goff.
Do you want to know?
So if they
do you want to know why the Rams are better this year?
Tell me.
And who's the difference?
Tell me.
It's Cooper Kupp. When Cooper Kupp went down, the Rams sucked.
Yeah, he's like their.
And then now he's back.
Their safety blanket.
He's their third down guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that they go to when Goff is in trouble. Like always, he'll just chuck it near Cooper Kupp.
I think too, I think McVay got so much hype after that year. I think there was a lot of adjustments made too, and he's had to readjust things because. That was after that year they went to the finals where everyone was just hiring people who Sean McVay talked
like
to
the
once.
Bengals,
the Packers,
Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
Sean McVay's childhood friend. He's an accountant.
He doesn't know anything about football.
Now he's running a team.
Yeah, they're gonna bring him in. So yeah, I'm gonna go. It's my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Falcons over the Bears.
Yeah, I was looking at that one.
I mean, at this point, we're already in the 6th round. This is when we're getting into the pick'ems. This is a toss-up. Who's gonna win these games?
I find it a little bit surprising.
I like the Falcons' offense a lot more than I can trust the Bears in any respect.
So, I've rode with the Bears for 2 straight weeks. I'm gonna go.
Do it.
I'm going right back at you.
Yeah,
I like that.
Offense versus defense. I believe that
Defense wins out.
yes. In this case,
I
in
think
this
the
case,
Bears' offense is better than the Falcons' defense too.
That's what. Yeah, I agree.
Give me a second.
We're gonna edit this out or what?
Yeah, we can. Oh, it's a delivery.
Wow, we're gonna open this on the pod. Oh, even better.
Yeah, so let's commit crimes. Let's commit crimes on the pod. Yeah, so Bears offense versus defense.
All right, so yeah, that was just my scouting report I had delivered
you had
to
some
me.
game tape delivered.
Yeah, sorry guys, that was just a quick thing I had to pick up. It's actually gonna be involved in my next pick. So
Okay.
yeah, so don't worry.
I think it's kind of interesting. The Bears, the Falcons are favored in that game over the Bears too. I find that
I think it's a pick 'em.
yeah.
I think the Bears have are disrespected. Their
kinda-
defense is really good.
It is. Yeah.
I know Trubisky sucks. Imagine if they had Cam Newton.
Yeah. Oh man.
I
Yeah.
don't know,
We'll
man.
we'll get into that on the pod too.
The Bears are the second best team.
the
in
way
the
I
NFC
look
North.
the way I look at this, the Giants kept up with the Bears offensively without Saquon Barkley for most of the game.
The Bears' offense isn't good.
So are they going to be able to keep up with Matt Ryan and the Falcons? I don't think so.
I don't think Matt Ryan's going to be able to do what he did to that Bears defense, like what he did to the Cowboys. Though.
He doesn't have to. He just has to get over 25 points.
All right, we'll find out.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. I don't think there's that much.
The
of
Bears are going to score more. Again, the Falcons' defense is worse than any other defense. I think.
They're bad, but so is Mitch Trubisky.
I think so. Now I'm gonna
2-0.
I'm gonna make a great pick here. It's a tough game, but I'm gonna get really good value. I'm gonna get the best team in the NFL, and with my I don't even know what round we're in here. I'm gonna take the Baltimore Ravens over the Kansas City Chiefs.
I wanted to take
in
them.
the Monday Nighter.
I'll take the Chiefs next then.
I was no doubt taking the Ravens in that game.
So
too.
was I.
Yeah.
Like
The Chiefs' run defense is too bad. Like it doesn't look good.
And they've got 3 really good threats in that backfield with Lamar, Mark Ingram, and J.K. Dobbins. There's a
Gus
lot to worry
Edwards
about.
is good too.
Gus Edwards, he's more of like a short yardage guy. But yeah,
he was coming in and he's been coming in at the end of the game and like putting up like 45 yards.
And Mark Andrews has been unbelievable this year again.
Yeah, he just is unbelievable. It's the year of the tight end, man. I'm calling that right now. There's so many tight ends breaking out this year.
Jay Sternberger,
Tyler Higbee,
Drew Sample.
Noah Fant.
Yeah.
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You guys are just naming.
No.
Man, Drew Sample had like 13 targets last
Yeah,
week.
but he
Mine
had
was a
like
joke.
40 yards.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like,
It's because the Bengals can't throw the ball down the field because Burrow doesn't have any time. Anyway,
I thought you were about to say something else. I was going to come over the table.
no.
knock
It's because he
you.
doesn't have time. He's got like a second and a half.
Yeah, so I'll take the Kansas City Chiefs in the 7th round. Not bad. I like cheering for Mahomes. I think he can pull it off, but I was gonna take the Ravens over them. Like Ravens were my next pick too.
Mike.
Who did you take? Sorry, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm going to hedge my bets. Not in this draft, just in life here, and I'm going to take the Saints.
Okay.
Just in case. I mean, the Saints. I know Drew Brees looked really
Yeah,
bad. They're still a really good team.
They're favored too.
And if my Packers lose, at least I have a little something to hold on to with the Saints victory. So I'm taking the New Orleans Saints.
So I'm going to go with my heart again. I know I'm ready to be hurt one more time. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals, basically because if they don't win this week, they're maybe not winning till week 11.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a really tough division.
Yeah, they got the Eagles this week. Then they've got the Jaguars the week after, so they might have a chance in that. And then it's Ravens, Colts, Browns, Titans, Steelers, then Washington. It's these next 2 weeks
You're
or
throwing
Washington.
in there
Yeah.
for the tough run.
No. That's
Okay,
that's their
that's what
next
it
chance
is.
to win.
Okay.
And then it's
You got the Washington football team to deal with.
That's how that. Well, with that O line, dude, I wouldn't want to go.
seriously.
I wouldn't want to go up
Just
against
sit
them.
Joe Burrow in that game.
Yeah, just
They're,
run,
yeah.
literally run Mixon out of the Wildcat the entire game.
So
Fuck it.
Basically, I just don't think they're gonna go 3-13 again. I think they're probably gonna get a few wins, but I'm basically just betting on my long season.
I think their
prediction here with
ceiling
the
is
Bengals.
5-11.
Yeah, they're gonna flirt.
And
with
that'll
the first,
get you a very good pick.
They're
So
gonna
you
flirt
can-
with the first overall pick again for sure.
the Jets.
The
That's
Jets,
the Jets pick to lose.
Carolina, I think Carolina.
But the Jets will find a way to lose it. That's
Yeah.
I think so?
Yeah, they'll go rip off a 3-game winning streak
I
at the
don't
end of the
know,
year.
dude. I don't know, dude.
Ask-
They'll
ask Larry David.
They'll I think. Do we play the Jets last? They'll
you
they'll
play
play
the Dolphins.
Yeah,
week
we play the
17.
Dolphins week 17. But yeah, they'll play somebody that's just benching all their starters and win the last game and lose the first overall pick. They'll end up drafting third and not get Fields or Lawrence. I'm gonna go with the Raiders, a heart pick for me. I do not want to see the Patriots win, and I want to see John Gruden and Mike Mayock have that weird bro hug that they did at the end of last game again, because that was awesome.
I always forget that Mayock is the GM of that team. That is that's
awesome.
That's the equivalent of Bob McKenzie becoming the GM of a hockey team.
Well, I mean, there's talks right now that Pierre
Pierre,
McGuire's
yeah.
in the run, but he was a GM before,
Yeah.
so it's a little different. But
I'm going to hedge my bets again. This time
You're a big hedge guy.
in the draft. I'm going to hedge him. I took Minshew.
Yeah,
but I talked about how the Dolphins looked pretty good last week. Talked about Mike Gesicki, so I'm going to take the Dolphins over the Jags. I already have the Jags, so that's just an automatic point.
See, one thing I hate doing is hedging my bets, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys
You're trying to maximize.
man, you've taken my last 4 picks
over the Seahawks.
just
Yeah, I took it when you went to the bathroom. I took a picture of your draft board. I just
Did you?
No.
I believe it. You're,
Yeah,
a, piece
so I'm
of,
gonna
you're a
take-
piece of shit.
I'm going
like
to take the
that.
Cowboys over the Seahawks. The Cowboys offense is still pretty good. We saw obviously they had that miracle win over the
about
Falcons last
40.
week. Yeah. The Seahawks defense isn't very good. Their secondary is really banged up.
You're just
right
hoping
now.
for a shootout, and the Cowboys just get some breaks.
Exactly. And I trust
Yeah.
the Cowboys more in a shootout than I do a close game. So I'll take the Cowboys.
I'm gonna take the team that's gonna send Baker running for his life, the Washington football
Wow.
team, with the 9th round pick. With my 9th round pick, I don't know. I don't like the Browns. I want to see them lose. Only because people always told me how much better Baker Mayfield was than Josh Allen, and it's just showing right now that he's not even in the same league.
I'm glad that it lets you pick with your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Better for us.
I mean, Brandon needs to catch me, so I got to give him a little bit of a chance here.
I'm gonna let's get down to the
nitty gritty.
yeah, not a lot of good choices left, and I think
I mean, I like my valuations. My bottom 5 teams are still there.
I believe the best choice left is the Minnesota Vikings, even though they've looked like shit. So Panthers over Chargers. I was thinking that, but no Christian McCaffrey. I can't take them. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Wow. Now I've got
I was looking at the Broncos too, but they got all those injuries.
I've just got a bunch of crap to pick from here now.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Last round. Last round, let's just Panthers left, they're playing the Chargers. Giants are left, they're playing the 49ers. Broncos are left, they're playing the Bucks. Lions are left, they're playing the Cardinals, and the Jets are left and they're playing the Colts.
So I really, again, I have some weird aversion to hedging my bets. So I'm gonna go here and take the Denver Broncos over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't like.
You can't afford to hedge your bets. You got to get back.
I know you're right.
Get back in the game.
The Broncos aren't winning this game, but I don't know. Maybe Tom Brady falls apart. basically all you got to hope for.
I'm not hedging my bets on any of these picks because I want to catch Mike. Like I need to take my shots if I'm gonna close this gap.
It's only week 3.
You guys are
Doesn't matter.
That's too desperate too early.
Yeah.
That's not desperate. That's just called playing to win.
Also
That's
true.
the difference. I don't play prevent defense like some idiot and give up fucking late round touchdowns. Like
Sean
like
McDermott.
yeah. It annoys me every single time, and then we just stop. Like, ugh. I mean, Dable has been caught. We'll get into that later. I'm gonna go with the Panthers over the Chargers,
Yeah.
just because like
Yeah.
it's the 10th round.
Yeah, rookie quarterback too.
Yeah.
Like he could fall apart.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers were the worst
Wait,
favorite.
was
last.
Matt Rule Oregon's coach?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think he was, and that would mean he's playing his old quarterback. Let me just check that. I might be wrong.
Why don't
on
we
that.
finish the draft?
No, you can go. I'm gonna check it on my thing.
That's the last pick, right?
Yeah, the last pick. I'm just going to hope that the 49ers are a mess with all their injuries, and I'm going to take the Giants, who I know have injuries. They're missing Saquon, but I'm going to take them. And we'll leave the
No, I was Baylor. Never mind.
the Jets and the Lions for the AI.
Yeah, you guys got some
Those are my bottom two. So
some contenders. So we drafted properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your bottom 2, Mike?
No.
Who else was in your bottom 2?
Oh, let me look. Oh, yeah, they were. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With Washington was like right there too.
So yeah, that's the. I know it kind of slowed down towards the end there, but we all had to put our heads together and try to pick between these horseshit teams at the end. That's our Battlefront draft going into week 3. As of right now, just to recap, we got Mike at 14-6. We got AI at 10-10, or IE as I call him or her, depending on how they. Depending on. Yep,
Them.
sure. I'm 9-11, and Brandon is 7-13. So, still anybody's game. It's all for the belt. It's all for bragging rights, and it's all for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wrap it up.
Who do we